I'm Mike Huckman at the BioBuzz Center, and it's a pleasure to welcome the Chief Biotechnology Officer at Johnson & Johnson, Dr. Jay Siegel. Dr. Siegel, thanks for being here.
Thank you, Mike. Pleasure to be here.
Great. So for several years running now, J&J has had somewhat of a ubiquitous and really commanding presence here at the Biotechnology Innovation Organization annual convention. What's behind that strategy?
Well, you know, J&J has a proud and long history as a pioneer in biotechnology. OKT3 was the first monoclonal antibody on the market.
Which is?
An antibody to CD3 for transplantation, and erythropoietin, a collaboration with Amgen, a hugely successful partner. About 20 years ago, we acquired Centocor and have been pioneering in the monoclonal antibody space. But I think what you've seen differently in the last few years is a recognition of the importance of interacting more broadly with the biotech world, of letting other people know what capabilities we have, because we understand that great ideas come from everywhere, that we need to partner, we need to be a partner of choice. We want the world to recognize that we can bring specialized skill sets that can really help achieve success, so that we can work together with other people who also have great ideas to advance this field.
And Dr. Siegel, it's not just about discovering and developing and delivering the next therapeutic, but you're broadening out your pipeline and portfolio when it comes to biologics and biotechnology. Tell us about that.
Well, we're as broad as you can get in healthcare, therapeutics, diagnostics, prevention, and our pharmaceutical business has been inspired over the last 5 to 8 years by the concept of leading toward a world without disease, by being able to predict who might get disease with the new powerful molecular tools that we have, prevent disease by being able to identify who has very early stages of disease and intercept that before they have experienced morbidity and mortality, and where necessary, by being able to treat diseases in a way that's truly curative and restorative.
Because the best cure is prevention?
The best cure is prevention, and there's a lot of approaches to doing that we're excited about. We take some of our great and highly powerful new therapeutic products, a product like Darzalex in multiple myeloma, and are looking at, can we go earlier to smoldering multiple myeloma or monoclonal gammopathy of unknown significance.
What is that?
That's a condition that doesn't have symptoms, but that in some percentage of the time will lead to multiple myeloma. And so we've got our teams thinking about what are the right ways to work in those conditions so that the patients won't get multiple myeloma. For a great drug like Imbruvica in the B-cell lymphomas, we're also looking at not only how can we go earlier in the cycle and how can we identify the people who are the most apt to respond, but also how do we measure true elimination of disease, because treatments are getting better and better, and if you want to just look at survival, if the control group's going to live 5 or 10 years in some diseases, then the studies become onerous. So we're working on molecular detection of disease, both early but also in response to treatment, in a way that we can develop the right regimens and the right durations potentially to lead to cures. And I'm talking about cancer, but I have to say, in Alzheimer's disease, the potential for early diagnosis and intervention is important. And in one of our areas of great involvement, the autoimmune diseases, like rheumatoid arthritis, where we have Remicade and Symphony and other drugs in the immune state. We're now not just looking at the immune and the inflammation, but the immune suppression and inflammation, but what's giving rise to those diseases? Where are they starting? How are they starting? Who are they happening to, and why? And how can we interfere with that process? Had great meetings with the FDA that's really also enthused by this concept.
Where you used to work.
Where I worked for 20 years of my life, and there's a lot of great professionals there who who really want to see our field and our science advance and patients benefit.
Dr. Siegel, the theme of this year's BioConvention is one word, and that word is breakthrough. To your mind, breakthrough to what?
Yeah, well, from an individual product perspective, we're looking at breakthrough therapies, the ones I've mentioned, a great drug in esketamine that we think is going to not only be a breakthrough in the treatment of major depressive disorder, but the first drug that may be able to help with acute suicidal ideation and an extremely painful and disruptive, mentally painful disorder. But I think in the bigger picture, I'd go back to what I said before, which is to break through from managing the many chronic diseases we have to a world where we can understand what's happening in healthy people's bodies, recognize who's at risk, what's triggering those risks, and intervene in ways that we either prevent the disease or interfere before it becomes a significant factor in how they live. It's a vision that motivates the thousands of scientists at Janssen and across Johnson & Johnson, and that's what we'd love to see a breakthrough to.
And throughout the life sciences sector as well.
Indeed.
That's Dr. Jay Siegel, the Chief Biotechnology Officer at Johnson & Johnson, here at the BioBuzz Center.